leaving home, boot camp, workups, deployments, combat. We're frequently asked which one of those is the hardest part of our service. The answer is none of the above. After being out, you realize the hardest part of your service is getting out. It's leaving your brothers, your sisters, going back home, losing that purpose and that purpose to wake up every morning. I've been out, gonna be 20 years next year. And you're up on what?
It'll be 17 years in November.
Yeah. And we're doing a video on this today because every single night on our TikTok live, we're asked by guys who have recently been out, does it stop sucking? Does it get easier? Is it supposed to be this hard? Like I just started experiencing PTSD 6 years after my enlistment. Is that normal? And so it's a huge point that still isn't being addressed. And so we're here to do it today. When we got out, there wasn't, I said goodbye to the guys, and that was pretty much it. There was no Facebook, group texting, any stuff like that. Nowadays, like thankfully there is, and I know you guys have some group text, especially after you did your reunion. Yeah. Our group text started. So my first tip, what I tell people, start a group text with, the guys, with the brothers, with the sisters, like whoever you served with, get a group text going. It's cheap, it's easy, it's free. And it's a great way to dump pictures, tell jokes, funny stories, say things that only that group of people is going to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The group text is pretty cool, man, because they're all your guys, or in the case of the female Marines, they're their sisters, and it'll always be there. You're not going to communicate every single day, maybe, but you can just shoot a funny text out there, and a few are going to come back with something else. But it's always there. You get a group text with 20, 25 of the guys or something like that, and that helps a lot. But like you said, man, in the very beginning, getting out, I was thinking about it. I was like, no, it's by far, that was the hardest part, and it still is, man, because you won't ever. At least I haven't. I think I can say the same for you, man. That I haven't found that same kind of camaraderie like anywhere outside of the Marine Corps. Getting out 17 years ago, I haven't found it, and I've given up on that. I know it'll never be found again.
Yeah, the closest I've gotten to it is we've got a bunch of veteran friends down here, Marine, Ranger, a couple other Marines, Army tanker. And that's our group. That's our group down here locally. A lot of people ask me if I'm a VFW guy or a Legion guy. Nothing against them. I'm just not. And I think one of the reasons is because, I don't want to drive there. Mm-hmm. I'd rather just not. And then we've seen in just a little over a month's time, the virtual barracks on TikTok has just blown up. So for those who don't know what we're talking about, we go live every night at 9:45 p.m. Eastern. And like no politics, no BS, just like hanging out in the barracks. Play some music, we talk about things. And so many people have come in and been like, man, this is what I was missing. Like I had a guy who was in there last night for a couple hours, didn't say a single word. And I know that we have a ton of people that watch and they don't say anything. And I'm like, before I got out, I was like, hey, if you guys don't mind, message me what you're getting out of this, because it's not interaction, because they're not communicating and talking and asking questions. And he did. He messaged me and he said, man, I just miss my brothers and sisters. And I was painting a portrait and I just had it on. It's like I was just hanging out in the barracks, while painting a portrait. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like, and just even with you, man, and I talked about this last night, and that's one of the biggest reasons we're doing a podcast on it today. Like when we were just in Fredericksburg and when we went to the Mexican restaurant and you're like, hey man, I'm gonna run back to the room real quick, grab something. You want me to take your backpack? We think about one another like it's just like it's programmed. We're always there for one another. It's weird. We anticipate one another's needs. We don't like ever really judge anybody for what they say. Like we've probably heard the most crazy things ever.
Mm-hmm.
So then you come back to the civilian world where, like you're carrying things, you're carrying all the groceries or something, and you like something as simple as somebody like opening the door for you.
Yeah.
And they won't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. And the people that serve, they get exactly what we're talking about here. So all this to say, that's part of what makes it so hard is that you spend 4 to 20 to 30 to sometimes more years around people. And it's weird. You almost in a weird way learn to become, I don't want to say codependent, but if I was like, hey man, we're going to get haircuts, a bunch of dudes are going to go with you.
Yeah.
Or like the joke about like the biggest betrayal in the military is when your boys go to chow without you.
It's painful, man.
Yeah. Or like if you're at duty or something, if you're whatever, you're on a working party and you're not going to be able to get away, man. Hey man, I run down to chow hall. Let me grab you a bag, bring it back.
Yeah.
Or if you're up there playing like, back in our day, like PS2. Hey man, we're going to the chow hall. You want me to bring you a bag back? Yeah, man, get me a burger and a chicken,
Yeah.
We took care of each other.
I fly you by kind of thing.
Yeah, it doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen out here. And that's
and you mentioned like just the opening the door, it's the little things, man, that you didn't think about and you don't think about until you do think about it when it doesn't happen. It's like, oh, damn, really? Yeah, well, my boy would have had my back on that one. Would have opened the door for me. Something as simple as that,
Yeah, dude.
Dude, sharing water on Peleliu. Like, I have one bottle left. I'm like, dude, I know Mike's thirsty. So I'm like, here, take this, you have the drink,
Yeah.
Don't think about it, dude. Just don't even think about it.
No, man. Yeah. So that's a short way to talk about, so to answer somebody's question, like, does it gets easier because you find your people eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you first get out, especially depending on where you move to, if it's not a very vet heavy and let's be real, we don't want to hang out with every veteran. Like it's just like other people, right? Like they just might not be your cup of tea or your personalities, different things. So just, you got to find the right people, find the good people to be around and have those conversations with and be able, there's something really, really great feeling about being able to be yourself again.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of say things and let loose and
I'll tell you one of the hardest things, and this is kind of getting specific, but one of the hardest things that I dealt with, after getting out, just being out for a few months or whatever, is watching my cussing. You just do that freely, right? Whenever you're in with your boys, man, it's free. It's just whatever. It's a generic filler during damn libo briefs. This, F and that. Instead of it's effing, F. I can't even do it now because
you can't
reprogrammed. But like I remember, and this is a specific example. We were gathered around. It was I think it was my sister and my brother-in-law went over to one of their friends' houses or something. But we were playing a video. It was not a video game. It was one of those like catchphrase kind of where you pass it around or something like that. And you gotta that kind of a thing. It gets and dude, it's so bad. It's so bad, man, that I have to think about what I'm about to say before I say it because I'm gonna slip up and drop an F-bomb in front of a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Like the kid was sitting right next to me, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry. They're like, it's cool. It's cool. I was like, no, it really isn't. I can't even I can't get 3 or 4 words out without dropping an F-bomb, man. But
yeah, that
was one of the hardest things. Not like in a sad way. I thought it was kind of funny actually, but that's just one example, just a tiny example, of stuff that has to change. You got to adjust, man. It's not like how it was whenever you're in. You get out, everything changes. Everything changes. everything changes. You know.
Yeah, like another part of that is sometimes you can overcorrect and then to try to fit into what we think they expect of us. And then now you're not really like we become different people. Boot camp, basic training. I've talked to every branch, like Air Force. Hey,
Yeah.
did you feel like a different person after your basic training? Yeah. Army, Navy, Marines, course, Coast Guard. So we come back, and this is like that second part of it, where then like you try to fit into what their box. When I say the civilian world's little box.
Yeah.
And dude, or not even box. Let's call it a hole. You try to fit into their hole. We're round pegs, brother. Or no, we're not round pegs. We're
No,
squares.
we're probably like star shaped.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of us are rhombuses.
Yeah.
Oh, jacked up.
Very asymmetrical.
Yeah,
Yeah, asymmetrical shapes.
we don't fit into your nice little freaking cute round peg hole.
Yeah.
And we try to, and when we do that, like we're not comfortable, we're not ourselves, we're pretending, we're putting on masks, and it sucks, it's exhausting. And so like I know for me personally that I did that for a long time, man. And then I have to go back and look at like what was the year when I was like, no, dude, this is who I am. Like I am a freaking vet, combat vet. I'm a freaking Marine. This is who I am now. And I'm going to be that person. And I'm not going to be apologetic about it. And if like, I'm still respectful, but I'm also, like, yeah, I'm not going to go just, drop F-bombs in front of like 5-year-olds and stuff at a school,
Yeah.
So there's still like their place and time, but also like, I'm just not going to be apologetic for who I am, what I did, what I've become. And I'm going to embrace those things. And they've actually allowed us to do a lot of really great things. Because like I think sometimes we see veterans that get up on this pedestal, hoorah, we're God, and we're like, oh, dude, like, and none of us want to be that. Like nobody wants to be that guy. We just we sink into the background, we sink into the shadows.
Yeah.
And it's okay to do that sometimes, but also that's not where we belong. A lot of us are leaders. A lot of us have that capability of, being entrepreneurs, business owners, leaders, like all these different things, professionals, and to execute and be the people that we are.
Yeah.
And
Very self-sufficient, man. Like you can do stuff for yourself on your own and go do what you got to do, like on your own.
But when you try to fit that rhombus or star-shaped body into that round peg, you lose that, right? Like that's who we are. That's who we are. That's how we're shaped. That's how we're built. We're built different. So, keep it, like, I guess kind of like the summarize of it, keep in touch with the people you serve with, keep those group texts alive, find communities like the virtual barracks over on TikTok, come in, hang out. We also have a Discord. So now that we have a Discord, this is going to be our first podcast episode. I dropped the Discord link in, so you can come join the Discord. We've got a channel for every service. We've got a brother and sisterhood one for people we've got an SOS for people that are in a real bad spot, questions about getting out, resources, question about going in, people that are like, hey, and that I'll tack this on before we jump into the next subject real quick. We have so many people coming in that are like, hey man, I just enlisted. What tips do you have for me? Be prepared to get out. Right? Like you ain't gotta worry about boot camp. You're gonna make it through boot camp.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck. You're gonna go to church.
You'll be there on Sunday. Yeah. In a lot of ways, that's going to be the easiest part of your enlistment. You know? Or it's, I don't know. I in retrospect, I'd say it was. It was hilarious. It was funny. There was a lot of comedy there.
Prepare for the getting out. If you have the ability to start doing a couple college classes, things like that. Different skills, going different places, especially like peacetime, which is going to be a perfect transition for our next subject here. Being peacetime, going to like Greenbelt instructor school, going to this school, going to that school, like taking advantage of the ability to go do all of the things that like we really didn't get to do because we were deployment, workup, deployment, workup, deployment.
Yeah.
So if you could do some college classes, well, what do I take? Well, you've got like 2 years of things you have to take, your general requirements, your associates, you
Yeah.
know, knock those out. Take your history course, take your math course, right? Like,
Yeah.
especially while
Biology.
it's fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
especially while it's
You
fresh.
want to do it while it's still fresh.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't. I had to retest for math when I got out of the Marine Corps, and it was pre-algebra, I think it was. So I
Dude,
had to take a course that didn't even give me college credits because, yeah,
I had to start. I had to like relearn long division. That's sad, man. I was like,
yeah,
oh wow. I was like, damn, I lost everything I know about math. Gone. But I
Yeah.
did graduate. I did graduate with a B plus in statistics.
yeah. I went in there for the
Proud of that one.
pre-test, and they're like, "What do you know?" And I'm like, "What do you remember?" And I'm like, "P equals plenty. We used that a lot."
Yeah.
But yeah, like
P equals
so.
plenty.
Talking about the peacetime, and this is another question, and I think it hits people who are A, still active duty and serving, but B, we hear it a lot from people who served. I mean, I remember specifically had somebody come into the TikTok the other night, and they kind of felt like they didn't belong because they weren't a combat vet. Now, I don't sit in there. Anybody that's seen it or will see it, I've got the flag behind me. I have nothing that you don't even know what my MOS was, right? I don't have combat extra ribbons or anything, nothing. Just the flag, me, a room full of awesome veterans. And whenever they asked, like, found out what I was, or they're like, well, am I allowed to be here? You know? And dude, like, even Air Force people, and I kind of get it if you come in and see the Eagle Globe and Anchor, you might be like, oh, is this a Marine only thing? So I'm working on that. I actually got a new design that I'm going to hang behind us for that. But a lot of these guys, and you and I talked about it earlier, they feel some kind of way, guilty or less than, because they didn't go to combat. And we did.
Yeah. Well, dude, I know, us post 9/11 guys, we kind of cheated, man. We went in, we already knew there was a war going on. It was already going on, we're in. It was very easy for us. We cheated. We backdoored our way into combat.
Yeah.
But, man, the only, I guess the only thing I can say that hopefully it touches them in the way that I hope it does. Like it really it settles in to their mindset is regardless if there was combat going on or whether you knew you were going to go in or not in the war or whatever it may be, you signed the contract and you gave up your rights to go and fight for your country.
Yeah.
Wartime, peacetime. It don't matter, man. There's always the risk, especially if you're gonna go do what we did. There's always the risk. And dude, training, just working up is dangerous.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any shame there at all. And that's easy for me to say, but just coming from us, we've been there and done it. You should not feel ashamed at all.
But also coming
you
from
signed
us,
up.
on that same note, coming from us, because if they think that we can't relate, listen, that same thing happens with combat vets. We compare ourselves, like, well, I wasn't in Fallujah, I wasn't in Marja. Like, combat vets still compare themselves to other combat vets and combat experiences.
I can't stand that I wasn't there to raise the flag. I'm not Suribachi.
Oh, dude, we suck. We were on Iwo Jima.
I wasn't there at Bella Wood, man. I'm just a bag of ass, I guess, man. It's just...
I mean, and on that point, bringing up Iwo Jima, Tracy Hunter, Beyond the Calls, and other organizations just took the veterans back.
Outstanding, yeah.
There was 5 of them. Not a single one of them was a flag raiser.
No.
Are they not freaking heroes?
They're legends.
Legends. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we have this horrible ability, and I don't know about other branches. Maybe I'll talk about it tonight on the live, but Marines especially, comparing our level of suffering. Like, if we didn't suffer as mad or as much as humanly possible, or as bad as this person, it's like, oh, well, I didn't get a Purple Heart. Well, I got a Purple Heart, but I didn't lose a leg. Well, I lost a leg, but I didn't lose 2 legs. Well, I lost 2 legs, but I didn't lose an arm. Like,
Yeah.
where does it stop?
Right.
Honestly, like,
Yeah.
what would make you happy? Being a quadriplegic who served in Fallujah? Then are you good? Is that what you need? Like, where is the line?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, you talk about, so go back, like, there were, believe it or not, people served in the military before Pearl Harbor, before we were attacked. There was active duty before we went to war. There was active duty people before September 11th. Like, people were serving in our armed forces September 10th, 2001.
Yeah.
So to put that into perspective, anybody that's serving right now, or maybe got out within the last couple of years, maybe say they went from 2000, 2004, 2001, 2005, something like that. Our country always needs people to be there, to be ready, standing guard, standing by, especially like Marines, the world's 911, right? We have Muse be anywhere in the world in 24 hours. Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were there in case you were called. And if you were called, you would have went.
You would have went. Yeah. And you, believe it or not, I don't know. I think this is lost on a lot of people as well, especially us, whenever we're doing our jobs in the military. By you signing the contract, you are preventing a need for a draft. Nobody will ever be forced to go into the military because you are there going, take me. I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go in somebody else's place. Take me. That alone is such an honorable thing, man. And nobody should ever feel less than.
Let me pile onto that, brother. Let me pile onto that. I personally think being a garrison Marine was way harder than being like, dude, I would have been a like 5th award private probably if I served in peacetime. So I never stood to Charlie inspection. Like, the only time I ever had a uniform inspection was that battalion. What was it? It was your like the company commanders, whatever inspection at boot camp, the last year final inspection. That was the only boot camp was the only. Now they wear Chucks like every Friday or something.
Yeah. Really?
Well, I know before 9/11 they did, and I think that like that was the standard before the wars.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, that would suck. That would suck. No, I don't envy that. I don't envy that at all.
No.
No, the only thing I can remember about uniforms, going to the ball, and that was just a you wanted your uniform to be shit hot. Going to the ball, you wanted it. That was actually motivating,
right?
But like
the one time we ever got to wear it.
Yeah. Well, finally, yeah, man, we look sharp.
Yeah, but I was deployed for 3 balls. My first 3 balls, I was deployed.
I think I made 2. It was 2 because we always got back, like before the ball. So we got back in August on the first one, and then we got back like early November the second one. So we were just in time in the second one. But I managed to make it to the ball. I would have been mad though, man. If I'd have missed out on a ball, I'd have been mad. I'd have been like, no, dude, that's like tradition. You gotta be on the ball, man.
My first 3, dude.
God.
My first 3.
Hey man, what are these Marine Corps balls we keep talking about? I don't even know. Are these things mythical? What is it? Like the fleet. When you're in boot camp, your drill instructor's like, yeah, when you get to the fleet, and then you get to SOY, and you're like, dude, where's this fleet thing? Where is this fleet thing at? You never get to it, but no, Garrison, I don't envy it at all.
No,
not not the slightest.
And kind of another thing, I know that there's also like people talk about combat action ribbons and all these different things and stuff. And, we were talking one night in the live, and somebody was talking about how like they don't have a car, they don't have anything, right? They maybe got a good cookie, that was it, or something like that. And one of the guys in the chat, he said, I will trade every one of my medals and my combat action ribbon so that my brothers could be here. I'd trade everything.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And we all would.
Yeah.
And so, and here's another thing that I like to say too, because I've had a couple people want to see my dress blues. So I've, it's happened twice. So I've like shown the stack and everything. And they're like, oh my God, whatever. I'm like, listen, guys, the only reason I have that is because I was with a unit that went these places and did these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only thing on there that is like really my personal, like I do have a NAM, but whatever. But my number one achievement is that good cooking.
The good conduct. Right? Yeah.
I was 4 straight years, dude, like dodging ninja punches. And it's not like I was a good Marine. Like y'all that know me know, like you've heard the stories and like the libo, like I was a libo risk.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah. But you know what, man? I got that good cookie. And so like that was the only thing. Everything else just kind of came with the territory. We went here. We went to Afghanistan. You get that. Iraq. You get that. We went overseas. You get that. Like it just comes with the territory,
Hey man, do they have do they have like little bronze stars for their good conduct?
Well, they have like a good conduct with a V for valor.
Yeah. Got about to say, because they look pretty empty, man. Everybody who has one, just you never see it again, right? It's like, nobody's getting a star for a V.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Good conduct. You're going to mess up along the way.
But yeah, and then if this hit and you're like, man, I needed to hear that, which I think a lot of people, I'm sure it will resonate with a lot of people, man, because
I hope so.
When we say it, it's still like I need to hear it too. I need to be reminded of and grounded, and it feels good to have this conversation and talk about it. But definitely so normally I let YouTube pick which video is next best for you. I'm going to make it the Veritable Veterans episode because I can lock that in. So the next episode, guys, you know how it does the thing, subscribe, do that, please. Then you don't miss anything else in the future when these roll out. But then the episode is going to be Veritable Veteran. And I might even put a card in right here, up on top of Neil on your side over there somewhere. Yeah, you got it. To that episode, because we talked about you did enough. And I don't want to give away the whole episode, but go check it out.
Definitely.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It was a very powerful episode. Evan's an awesome guy. And so if you got any questions, if you have any comments, if you want us to answer some more things, drop them in the comments. We're here. We're always around. And then I'll drop the link. I think I put the link to the TikTok. That's 9:45 p.m. Eastern every night. And then I'll make sure to drop the Discord also. You guys are welcome to come join us. If you're just looking for that brotherhood, sisterhood, you miss it. Both are really good places to be. It's called the Virtual Barracks. Come hang out with us. We'd love to have you and help out. The brotherhood, sisterhood doesn't end just because the uniform came off. It's for life. We keep it going.
Yep. It's perpetual.
Yes. We got it all, right?
I think so. Yeah. And again, just to reiterate, just to piggyback. You did enough.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. You're still here. That matters. That means something. You did your job. You signed the line. And you're still here with us. Keep it that way.
And there may be somebody out there who needs to hear from you.
Yeah. 100%. Somebody that's going through a hard time, be like, hey, guys, check out this episode. Listen to this. And that's one of the biggest reasons we did it, is not to be dismissive when people come in and have all their questions, but so we can be like, hey, listen to this. Mm-hmm. And now you can listen to it anytime. You can only come in and ask me questions during like the 4 or 5 hours I'm there. This is accessible all the time. So when you need to hear it again, you put it on. It's only going to be like 20 something minutes. We try to keep it short for a reason. And anything that you guys need, any questions you have, like reach out to us. For everybody that supported us We support y'all. We love you guys. This is a family. It's a brotherhood, sisterhood. Like Slider said, it's perpetual. It never ends. So
Yeah.
we love you guys. We appreciate your support. Reach out to us. Reach out to somebody if you need us. And until next time, Semper Fi.
Semper Fi.